the national championship.
The Florida Gators have won the Southeastern Conference Championship. GatorZone is presented by Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
Welcome to GatorZone. Gareth Gutierrez alongside Jeff Cardozo over here at McKeithen Stadium, home of the 2017 national champions.
How about that? Never gets old, and it probably never will, and it never gets old celebrating, and that's how we're going to start this episode of GatorZone, because the boys were back in town. They all got together, and the ones that are already graduated have come back to be a part of Gainesville once again, so they got honored with a special dinner and then a really special night in front of 90,000 people inside the Swamp.
This Coar coming set. The pitch swung on, bouncing ball, second base, Lippett on the outfield grass, throws to first. That's it, the ball game is all over. Gloves go flying in the air as the fireworks come bursting out of the stands, out of the outfield. The dog pile is on to the right of the mound. The Gators heaping on one another. Florida has won the national championship in baseball. Oh my!
2017 was a special year for the baseball team as they captured the University of Florida's first ever NCAA baseball national title. And during the Texas A&M week, the team reunited to celebrate the achievement, first at a dinner.
You know, I spent 3 years with these guys really, and you don't realize how much you're gonna miss them until you have to go away and play somewhere else, and it's been really cool to get to see them and stuff, and I'm looking forward to spending some time with them this weekend.
Then on game day in the Swamp, 90,000 fans recognized the team's accomplishments.
Gator fans, help us welcome to the field the 2017 College World Series champions, your Florida Gators!
I mean, that's insane. I mean, this stadium is absolutely electric right now, and that was an awesome video and a beautiful tribute, and it's amazing to have all the guys back in town and see all their faces. It's been a blast.
That was special, man. We heard about this day, and we've been looking really forward to it, and it was a lot of fun. Everyone got really wild out there, and a lot of energy, and we got to get a football W today.
It gets pretty loud inside this stadium when something good happens. It got really loud inside the Swamp when they honored the team. Really excited about last year's team, really excited about this year's team, ready to go after another national championship. And they'll need the whole team to step up, and then they'll need the freshmen incoming to step up as well.
No, it's always a big part of it. We saw it last year with Dyson at the end of the College World Series there. So when you get contributions from freshmen, it's usually a pretty good thing. It's exactly what Becky Burley's getting for the soccer team. Deanne Rose decided to come to Gainesville all the way from Canada.
Before she wore the orange and blue Florida uniform, freshman forward Deanne Rose donned a red and white Canada jersey at the 2016 Rio Olympics. At her first Olympic Games, Rose scored the first goal and assisted the game-winning goal in Canada's 2-1 win over Brazil in the bronze medal match. Rose's goal at age 17 made her the youngest in Olympic soccer history to score a goal.
Dream come true. I always wanted to, first of all, play in the Olympics, but to score in the Olympics, it was just an amazing feeling.
Rose has appeared in 20 matches with Canada's national team since 2015, and being at the Olympics taught her how to appreciate her role on the team, no matter what that position is.
The biggest thing I think I took away from that experience is just managing the mental pressure, and then managing being on a team where even if you're on the bench or on the field, it doesn't matter, the team needs you, and at the end of the day everyone wins the medal. So just doing your part and living your role throughout the whole time that you're the pre-camp all the way to the end, just making sure that you're always doing everything that you can do for the team.
Deanne has now brought that soccer experience with her to Gainesville. After Florida lost 8 seniors to graduation last year, Deanne rose to the occasion and has already made an impact on this team.
She's been an awesome addition to our team. Losing so many seniors, she stepped up to the plate, and it's like she's not even a freshman. I feel like she plays like she's an upperclassman.
Rose's first goal as a Gator came opening weekend in front of a home crowd.
Chips it over the keeper, bounds into the back of the net. Deanna Rose with her first collegiate goal.
Netting one in for her new team right away was a relief for Deanne.
It felt really good to just kind of get that first goal out of the way, and then just knowing that I can do it, and knowing that, like, even though it might be a battle of transition to this team, like knowing that having a goal under my belt, it felt good.
Since then, Rose has been a thorn in the side of opposing defenses, as she already has a handful of multiple goal games.
Coming in, like, I definitely wanted to impact this team, and I wanted to help this team to the best of my ability. So knowing that I can contribute by scoring goals and, like, helping us win games, it just feels good to know that I'm contributing to the team and that I'm a part of the team.
Rose has been the offensive threat the Gators needed this season. And with her quick decisions and bold moves, she's able to rattle the defenders.
I like to describe myself as dangerous. So an explosive dribbler, likes to be on the ball, likes to be running at full pace.
Honestly, you never know what she's going to do when she gets the ball, which I think is awesome because it throws the defenders off and they don't know what she's going to do. So I think she just brings a lot of versatility to the game and a lot of quickness and a lot of speed. But I think versatility too, she can do so many different things.
The success she has had so far as a freshman has planted a seed of confidence in Deanne Rose. And the Gators can't wait to watch her career blossom. For GatorZone, I'm Shelby Gurnett.
Thank you so much, Shelby, and it has been really fun to watch Deanne this year. She scored early on in her career in the season, and then just recently been scoring in bunches.
That's the point. You usually win when you score, but we're going to talk about a player that scores and can play some defense. How about that? We'll do it on the other side of the break.
GatorZone is brought to you by Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far. And by Gatorade. Win from within.
Well, Exactech Arena, Stephen C. O'Connell Center, has housed some of the greatest athletes ever at the University of Florida. And they've got one in there right now that's pretty good. She wears number 1, and she's number 1 in all of our hearts.
I think you're talking about Ramont Alisson.
I am, very good.
She's had an incredible 4 years here at Florida, climbing up the record books, ranks in every kind of career category, hitting percentage, blocks. She's still got a whole nother half a year to go, so I'm sure she'll be claiming some records by the time she's done here, and she'll continue to work towards earning Florida their first ever national championship.
In middle school, it was all basketball for Ramont Alisson, as she wanted to go to college to play the sport. Then in 10th grade, just for fun, she picked up volleyball. She claims to be terrible, but the love of the team sport took over.
Different atmosphere, completely different. Like, I feel like it's more of a team sport. Like, you can't, in basketball, you can have one player and still win a game, but like in volleyball, like you need that entire team to be able to succeed, and I really like that.
Then it was club volleyball, and deciding she wanted to come to Florida, but only to play volleyball. Her biggest obstacle to overcome that first year was giving up her independence.
Probably like working with other people, like having to live with other people, because like, you know, obviously everyone grows up differently and that kind of thing, so like figuring that out. I was raised so like independent, like by myself, so I always remember this, like I just leave, you know, like if I'm going to go study, I'm going to go study, like it's not anyone else's business. So I would leave, and Carly would always ask me, where are you going? And I'd just be like, why do you want to know? Like that kind of thing, and just like getting used to that and like being able to just work around people and like knowing that like Carly loves to talk and like being like adjusting to that kind of thing.
Head coach Mary Wise knows that each summer Alisson has made huge progress.
This year, Ramont was the youngest player that played in the Pan Am Cup team. She's referred to as the grandmother in this program. She was the newbie with Team USA, but every time she goes out there and into California and trains with the national team, she gains that experience playing with some of the best players in the world, against some of the best players in the world. The competition isn't easy, but I think Ramont is so driven, so disciplined, she's gonna have a chance. And I think her volleyball career is going to extend long after college.
Something that national team coach Karch Karai said will now always stick with Ramont.
like really stressed was have no expectations, so never going to a match expecting to win, because you kind of rob yourself of the joy of when you actually win. He was like always just go in ready to fight and not expecting an outcome, and that really stuck with me because it's like, okay, like being in the moment and having fun and just embracing whatever is going on around you at that very time.
Advice like that helps number one enjoy every practice, point, and match as she finishes up her Gator career. But while climbing the record books at Florida, Ramat is always listed among the elite players here. Only the 6th skater to become a 3-time All-American, and she's not done. She credits those accomplishments to everyone along this journey.
I think honestly it's like a testament to like how hard I'm willing to work, as well as like all the people around me, because I would not be here without those people. And I think about like how much my game has grown since I've been here, like just from freshman year to now. And there's so much that I've learned from people. Like I think Dave is probably one of those people that I've learned so much from. Like he is an IQ coach, like he teaches that, and the things that I've learned from him, I literally carry with me every single time. Like I'm playing volleyball, like when I'm overseas with like USA volleyball, like I'm using those cues and the information that he's giving me. And I just like, I feel like I see the game so much better than I ever could have, I feel like, if I didn't know who Dave was.
So that 10th grade terrible volleyball player that picked up the sport only because she was super competitive will leave here pretty high in many Gators' minds, especially in the eyes of someone who knows all about great volleyball players.
Ramat Alassane, when it's all said and done, I think is going to be right up there. Her jersey's going to be hanging on the wall next to Kelly's.
Kelly Murphy, that is, a Gator Olympian and bronze medalist. For GatorZone, I'm Megan Parler.
Thank you, Megan. If you haven't been out here to watch this team in person, make sure you get out here. Not only do you get to watch that team, but you get to hear this guy on the PA system.
Well, I think you're trying to drive them away. No, it's legit. Very fun to watch, and they are awesome, and so is the sport of golf. And we're going to do a little of that when we return here on GatorZone.
GatorZone is brought to you by Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far. And by Gatorade. Win from within.
Welcome back to GatorZone. Jeff and Gareth here hanging out with you still, and we decided to take in the beautiful weather here in Gainesville out at the Mark Bostic Golf Course. And Jeff, I think if you had played golf in college, you maybe would have been an All-American.
Probably. I can hit it far, but that's about it. So maybe you can get All-American status for that. But this guy not only hits it far, he does everything else really well. That is Alejandro Tosti, has done some really good things for the men's golf team. And this is a par 5 behind us. Probably eagles it all the time. That's how legit he is. So let's find out more from the guy from Argentina.
In his time at Florida, senior Alejandro Tosti has proven to be one of the perennial talents in college golf. Tosti, a native of Argentina, has left little doubt among his teammates and coaches about his talents on and off the course.
Tosti's probably the most incredibly raw, talented golfer I've ever seen. Everybody here knows how crazy good he is. Just hands. He's got hands like nobody's ever seen. He hits shots nobody's ever seen. I mean, nobody else can carry a ball 315 yards, 10 feet high, cut, draw, straight whatever he wants.
Alejandro has really established himself as one of the best players in college golf. He's without a question our on-course leader. The guys look for him to step up every single day, and I think he's really embraced that role. His work ethic with his golf game and commitment and dedication to the game is like probably none I've ever seen, and it's going to be fun watching him grow up and see his future.
Success at the University of Florida has not come easy. After a sensational freshman year that landed Alejandro on the SEC All-Freshman team, an illness sidelined him for weeks.
I really struggle with the adaptation to the place and the time here, getting to know everything and getting organized, being away from my family. I don't think I play good golf at the beginning, but I think with the time going by, I started learning how to get organized and how get more my focus more in the golf. I got really sick after my first semester because of the stress that I was going through here, and being a month off golf, and it was just a big change in my life to know being close to die is not fun, and it makes you open your eyes and makes you see the things that are really important for your life and which ones are not.
I'll remember so many moments of Ali and you know, him getting sick probably not one of the bigger ones, but he really has overcome a lot of obstacles and been an extremely resilient student athlete for us.
After recovering, Toasty worked relentlessly to get back to where he left off. Last season, he earned Golf Week's first team All-American honors, as well as a spot on the All-SEC first team. He's continually lowered his average score each season and tied the school record a year ago.
Toasty, he's matured a lot over the last 6 months to a year especially, and it's just amazing to see how much better his game's gotten. I mean, every time he tees it up, he looks like he's about to win the tournament.
He's done a great job. The one thing that he has is a lot of heart, and he tries, and that's really all you can ask for as a coach.
I don't think I play good golf at the beginning, but I think with the time going by, I started learning how to get organized and how get my focus more in the golf. That at the beginning that wasn't happening. So I think like now I've learned the last 2.5 years that I've been here, and now I'm putting to work and know where I have to work to succeed.
As his mental game improves and his raw talent continues to shine, there's no doubt Alejandro Toasty's future is bright. For GatorZone, I'm Tate Hauber.
All right, Tate, thank you very much. Well, Garrett, the men's side is really good, but so are the ladies here at the University of Florida, and they didn't have to go far to find our next story.
They did not. The Tomlinsons have had a major impact on both the men's and women's teams for the past few years, and Taylor, finally a senior now on the women's team. She was second team All-SEC last year, looking to improve things in her final year here at Florida.
Kids from all across the country dream of one day wearing the orange and blue and representing the University of Florida as student athletes. Accomplishing that goal would be special for anyone, but for Gainesville native Taylor Tomlinson, it means a little bit more. She doesn't just represent the University of Florida, she also represents her hometown of Gainesville.
The community around you, especially being in my hometown, it's just amazing having the support from everybody really in the city. The community is so supportive just of the Gators, and especially being from here, I get that much more support. And outside of the school and within the school, everybody's so united, and it's been great.
Oh, she's meant everything. I mean, when you're from Gainesville and you're representing your hometown and representing the Gators, it's a great feeling. Not a lot of people get to experience that, so the fact that she's able to represent both I bet it feels great for her. It's an honor.
Being from Gainesville isn't Taylor's strongest link to the Gator golf program. Her older brother, JD, was a member of the Florida men's team from 2011 to 2015. He was a senior when she was just a freshman.
Especially that first year here with him being a senior, just having him back at the practice range, being able to work with him, being able to practice, or just asking him about classes or things that he's learned throughout his experience. It's been great having that as a mentor.
Even though she's relied on JD as a mentor, she admits it isn't always easy listening to her older brother.
He's definitely told me some advice, and maybe the first time I didn't take it, I'm like, I can do this. But then I've realized over the years that he does know his stuff, so probably to pay attention to what he's saying.
Luckily for the Gators and the younger Tomlinson, she listened to her older brother and of course her coaches. During her sophomore season, Tomlinson brought home 2 individual titles, one at the Cougar Classic where she fired a career-low 68 for all 3 rounds. The second victory of the season came at the Florida Challenge, but there is no doubt that her biggest accomplishment last season was a team win, as the Florida Gators captured their first SEC tournament since 2008.
Still surreal to look back and know that we did that. I was really happy for our team because we just worked so hard last year, and coming off the SEC championship the year before, coming up so close, it really meant a lot to the team, and I was happy for Emily, for her to get that win, and Janice. We just put a lot of effort in, and it was great to see that.
She's come into her own, and that all comes from time and experience, and she's been able to figure out who she is on the golf course. And sometimes it's, you know who you are outside of the golf course. And sometimes when it's a little bit difficult to transition that into the golf course, but she's handled that completely well.
I think it's all about just playing your game, converting your personality off the golf course onto the golf course too. You don't want to try and force a different way or a different style that you're not used to. You're going to do your best just playing the way you are, your personality. For me, I like smiling, I like laughing, I like having a good time, so that's the same way I try to be on the golf course, and it helps me have fun the whole time and go that distance.
Fortunately for Taylor Tomlinson, she didn't have to go far to live out her childhood dream of being a Gator. She has proven time and time again that she has always been a part of the Gator Nation, on and off the course. For GatorZone, I'm Jacob Lovelace.
Thank you, Jacob, and good luck to both of those golfers in their final year here at Florida.
Yeah.
Jeff, we've held these golf clubs for long enough. It's time to put them in use.
That it is. So I'm going to say good luck to Gareth at trying to get out of the bunker when we come back on the other side. That's how you do it, right next to the flag.
All right, let's see if I can follow this guy that says he would have been an All-American. It has been mighty long since I've swung a golf club. Are you ready, Jeff?
Not the greatest, but the good part is you got out. But I'm sure many of these top plays are way better than what he just did.
Today's top plays are brought to you by Nike.
Now Ridley comes in motion off to the left of the slot. There's the snap to Fromm. Fromm dropping back, looking, still with the ball, fires it off to the right, might be intercepted, and it is picked off by Duke Dawson on the sideline of a ball that just floated right into Dawson's hands, and the Gators have a rare takeaway on a pick by Duke Dawson, his third of the year.
And there's Kramer again. Quick set to the middle, there's Alassane again. Well, middle blockers have been the key today. And Sokolowski gets the kill. And a service ace for Paige Hammonds. Sokolowski again.
Jeff, I know that was not my best effort of all time, so maybe I should step inside the clubhouse here, get some lessons from a pro, or maybe just hang out with you a little bit more?
Yeah, I'll be happy to help you out, but I know you do have some good tips for everybody out there on how they can make sure they follow these guys all over the place.
Sure, make sure you follow the Gators on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. We'll keep you caught up on everything you need to know.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of GatorZone. Had a lot of fun as always. Appreciate everybody tuning in. He's my partner,
Gareth Gutierrez.
And I'm Jeff Cardozo. We'll see you guys next time.